Greetings and thank you for tuning in to the Barbara Dean Franklin Show, Real Talk, Real People. I am your host, Barbara Dean Franklin, and today I have the awesome pleasure of sitting with my girlfriend, Miss China Riley. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. How about yourself?
I am wonderful. I like to say I'm like Tony the Tiger. I'm great. Okay. Listen, China is the CEO and founder of Generation to Generation, which is a maternal infant program designed to lower infant mortality, which is extremely high in Michigan. How long have you had this program, China?
This program is fairly new. I have been in the business now for 9 months.
Okay.
9 months.
Okay. And so let's talk about a little bit about what you do. It says the program focuses on social barriers and other issues like smoking, transportation, violence, drugs, housing. These are things that the moms deal with on a daily basis. Like, what is your audience? Who, is there an age range?
No. Any woman pregnant, we will help.
Okay.
Any pregnant woman, there's criteria, and they must be on Medicaid.
Okay.
Because it's a free benefit under Medicaid.
All right.
So Medicaid will pay for the program, and what the client will get a nurse will be assigned to them, and a social worker. Based on if they have nutritional needs, we will also get them a dietitian, and if the child has issues when they have the child, we'll also provide them with the infant health specialist.
Okay. Now, have you? I'm sure you follow like statistics about the infant mortality rate in the. We'll say just Michigan. Do you have any numbers? Do you know what those numbers are?
I don't have the numbers this year.
Okay.
But Michigan, I know, is the highest. Period.
Okay.
In the country, like in the United States, some third world countries we're higher than. For some reason, Michigan is the highest.
Really? And when you, as you did your research, when you look at the infant mortality rate, what do you see as the biggest issue that we're dealing with?
The biggest issue is education, and the mothers don't have the needs to provide for the infant.
Okay.
So if they don't have a bed, they'll sleep with the baby.
All right.
And if they're not educated on not telling them put the baby to bed on their back, don't sleep with your baby, certain things like that, then they will go to sleep with the baby. They don't know that they can smother the baby, and the baby can die.
Right. I do remember I think it was in Lansing where a young lady went out. She was, had been out that night partying or whatever, and put her baby next to her and happened to roll over on the baby. And I'm sure that's devastating for a mother to, wake up and find that you caused your baby to pass away. For me, this is just really something that's really near and dear to my heart because I brought with me a set of footprints. This is my grandson. My grandson was stillborn, November the 23rd of 1998.
Wow.
And it wasn't for lack of care or anything like that. His umbilical cord was wrapped around his neck. My daughter was working, like 3 jobs, and I just think, like stretching, doing too much, but it's all in God's hand and in God's plan. So I truly, thank you and your program for being able to help a young mother. So now, this program starts before they have a child?
Yes.
After they have a child? How?
We start out with the mother. We try to get the mother as early as possible, but wherever she's at, we start out with her. Whatever needs if she's smoking, we try to help her quit smoking.
Okay.
If she is in a domestic violence relationship, we help her come up with a safety plan.
Okay.
And when I say we, I mean the nurses and the social workers. I coordinate some things, but the nurse and the social worker that are assigned to them work strictly with them.
All right.
And they build relationships with the mother. Once the mother has the child, we do take the child into the program, and we still do work with the mother.
Right.
Like if she has issues that we haven't met, or we're still trying to get her through things, we work with her, and then we watch the child and the development. So we test them. We have there's a program called ASQ3, and
Okay.
we develop, it's for social, emotional, and development.
Okay.
And for most moms that are first-time moms, and just regular moms in general, if there are delays, they don't know it, and we can catch those delays. And then if they're mental or emotional or developmental, and we can get them to help early, so later in life, the issues will be addressed already, and they can get through the problems.
That's great. So you assess the mothers coming in.
Correct.
So you sit down with them, the social worker, the registered nurse, they kind of team up, they assess their needs, whatever it is their need, be it domestic violence, no transportation, smoking or drug issues. Definitely you want to get a mother that is pregnant off of drugs before they deliver the baby, because you don't want that to trickle down to the child. And a young mother
Right.
that has a baby, you want to get them off of drugs because you want them to develop and devote all of their attention to their child. So you assess their needs coming in, and then you assess the children to make sure that they are being well cared
Yes.
for. Okay, so you have a social worker and you have a RN. How do you, because you coordinate all of this, you have, your degree is in
Business.
business. So tell me where did generation to generation come from? The need, where did it come from? Tell me about how you developed this passion.
Generation to generation started from actually me, myself.
Okay.
I was a single mom.
All right.
And I got help, and I made it through the statistics of, how they...
Single motherhood.
Yes.
Right.
So I felt like other women need to know that you can be a single mother and you can need assistance, but you can also get through this and be able to help somebody else.
Right.
So being a single mother, I had my first child in college. I had to leave college to take care of him. And I went back to college and I got my degree in business. And I felt like other moms what I noticed is most of the mothers, they need support and love.
Right.
And they're not receiving that.
Okay.
With the education, also, my nurses are very loving and supportive. I try to look for people that have the love for God, so that they can have true love in their heart to deal with.
So you're looking for compassionate people,
Yes.
people who know how to show empathy and
Yes.
sympathy. Now, where do you get your nurses from? Because maybe somebody's looking at this program and say, hey, that's a great fit for me. Maybe they're a registered nurse or a social worker who is, just coming out. I have a girlfriend, Joanna Chapman, that's going to school for social work. I think she would be great. I know doesn't have her degree as of yet, but she has the heart of God, so I know it would be great. If they wanted to hook up with you, tell me just like right now, how does somebody get in touch with Generation to Generation with you to do that?
If someone did, because I do need nurses.
Okay.
So they can call me 248-845-4396. They also can fax their resume to me at 877-759-3267. There is criteria that I would have to have my director look over, and my executive director, and then we will call them back.
Okay. Well, that's good, because I think it's really a good thing, because I think it's good that you get the young women, early. I think that it's great that you're proactive rather than reactive, in the fact that you have both the proactive and reactive program going here, because I find that if a young woman who has issues and they're not dealt with, then they just pass them down to the child. Then they grow up, be it a man or a woman, boy or girl, they grow up with carrying those same issues. And we do need to love on one another. The show I said had earlier was just talking about love. And I mean, I remember, this is not really going to tell my age, and I think it was Dion, Love Makes the World Go Around. It's a song. It's old, so you probably don't know nothing about it, baby. Yeah, you shaking your head. But it was a song about love makes the world go around, and it's just so true, especially in the day and age that we're in right now. And I think what's really good with your program, because you can reach out to other programs and partner with people to become a partnership, not a competition,
Right.
because what you're doing is, trying to help somebody who has a program maybe already, but you can help this young
Yes.
person, or anybody that's carrying a child or already have a child, bringing the basic needs to them.
Yes.
You provide diapers,
Yes.
you'll provide transportation. So you really kind of hook them up. You become like a
Yes,
referral service.
Yes,
Okay.
for them, because sometimes they don't have computers or they don't even know where to look. So we, some moms might not have items.
Right.
If we have them, because people do donate to
Okay.
the organization. So if I have a bed and I know the mother needs a bed, I'll give it. I have a Girl Scouts troop that they're doing diaper drives for me.
All right.
So
That's
I'll have to
good.
be able to give diapers to the mothers also.
So you take donations for gently used items, like, so you're in need of beds and car seats
Any
and
clothes,
okay,
any
little
bottles,
swing
anything,
rockers,
yes,
anything. Okay.
that can help the mother.
Okay. And they would your website. What is can they go to your website and send it to you?
The
or?
website, I do have a website. It's not up and running
Okay,
yet,
okay.
but
You have
it
a
will
Facebook
be.
page?
I do.
Okay, what's your Facebook page?
Generation to Generation.
Okay, and that's generation.
Roman numeral 2s.
Roman numeral 2. That's like the
I.
big I.
Yeah.
Okay, to generation. That's just for somebody who don't know.
Yes.
We just want to make sure that they get to the right person. So that's good. So how do you determine, or have you? I know you're kind of new. Have you been able to kind of determine your success rate yet?
I actually, I had an audit yesterday. The state does audit us,
All right.
and there's like 66 indicators, and I got like 5 things wrong.
Okay.
So with that measure, they say I'm doing very well.
That's great.
And they also let me know that they see that they project that I will be successful.
And that's a wonderful thing. So those 5 things, and it's great that they give you that audit, and then those 5 things you can work on
Yes,
to make sure
to
the
correct.
next time that you correct them, and
Yes.
they'll be there. So what is the biggest challenge for you? I'm putting little Ricky next to me so I can look at his feet. What is your biggest challenge that you find with generation to generation, and bringing the like people to you? What is your biggest issue? What is your biggest need? Maybe tell me that right now.
Actually, my biggest challenge is finding someone that actually wants to work,
Okay.
that wants to
Wow.
do. The turnover rate is just.
So you get people in, but they don't stay with it.
Yes.
And then we always talk about there are no jobs or you can't find it. So how, if, say, a social worker or a registered nurse, they come in to your organization, are you paying them with a grant, or you pay them, or they get paid from Medicare? How do they get paid?
I get paid through the state.
Okay.
And then I give, out of that money, I give them.
Okay.
Their portion comes out of that.
Okay, so they have a consistent portion, and basically somebody that works for you, you probably be part-time, or this.
or
Okay,
contract, or like a contract employee.
Okay.
Until I get to where I can have
Exactly.
full-time staff.
yeah, just right now. This is temporary,
Yes.
because the way you go, when you blow up,
Then I can-
everything will be
yes.
okay for you. Well, that and it's a good thing. So your biggest challenge is people that want to work, but for your constituents, for the people, what is it? Your biggest need there?
Do you mean as far as what the women need, or how I'm reaching them?
Yeah, how I guess do you wish you could reach more people, or is it like word of mouth, or
I know. Okay, so we do have a contract because it's through Medicaid pays for this. So we're contracted with all of the health plans. So we get referrals from them.
Okay.
And we have a lot of outreach, community baby showers that we attend. I do think the biggest problem is a lot of women don't know about this program.
All right.
Never heard of it. I get a lot of calls. The biggest thing I think that I feel is a problem is that they only want the things.
Okay.
They don't want to learn
The help. Okay.
the help. Put the baby to sleep on their back. They're not trying to move from here to here.
Right.
They're
Want the-
interested in getting.
They want the car seat.
item.
They want the
Yeah.
bed. They want the this. So
And that's fine,
uh-huh.
but we want them to know
That's
put your baby to sleep on her back. Don't sleep with your baby. Don't put things in the baby's bottle before the baby is a certain age.
Right.
Just certain things you need to do to make sure your baby is healthy.
So is there a prerequisite? So say I have a child and I want that bed, okay? But in order for me to get that bed, do I have to go through a 2-week program or, make 3 classes before I can get anything from you?
I'm working on doing something like that
Okay.
because, I'm going to get, if I have that item,
Right.
I'll give you the item.
Right.
You get 7 prenatal visits and you get 2 postpartum visits.
Okay.
So we see them, they get 9 visits that they qualify for. So during those visits, they have to get the items, you have to enroll in the program.
All right.
Like you can't call and
Just
say you want to get the items. You're enrolled in the program. The nurses come out, and when they come to you the first time, you receive a welcome packet, and at that time there's a questionnaire in there. They bring that back to me, and I enter it into the system, which scores to me that's how we figure out what's going on.
Okay.
If they're in a domestic violence, if they have asthma, chronic diseases, diabetes, we tailor that. That's how we excuse me. That's how we know to tailor the package to give the mother.
So as you're assessing them, they fill out a form. So they fill it out, you put it into a system, and it comes back and tell you either I'm high risk for this or that.
Yes.
Okay, so that's a good thing. And then because they get the postnatal, prenatal, you have an opportunity to kind of love on them for those 7 visits.
Yes.
And so now, are you actually there during the process, or are they just seeing the nurse and the
nurse and the social worker? But so far my clients call just to talk to me.
Okay.
They really just, a lot of them need somebody to talk to and to just tell them, things that it's okay and you're going to get through it. I encourage them to call the nurse and the social worker, but if they call me, I'm fine also with it.
Well, and the reason that I said that, is because I've talked to you enough. We met through Natasha, beautiful thought, who came here and did a show with me. So from the very first moment that we met, and then we also know that we share a friend in common, Rachel Holiday. Right. So I feel your passion, for generation to generation. And I think that, by this being your business, that you can love on the women, and I'm sure you're getting great nurses and great social workers. But, I've always had this vision where I have a organization, Women in Power Crossing Path, and I always wanted a house called Our House, So I want somebody to be there to take care of that house.
Right.
But I also want to be able to come in and love on Mrs. Jones every now and then. Yep. To let them know how special they are. And I think that you bring, that heart, maybe more so than your social worker or your registered nurse who may have a passion, who's getting a paycheck, who's helping somebody else. So, I don't know how you do it.
I do. I talk to them. Those are my girls. I call them my girls. I talk to them. I don't have a time limit. If you need to call me at any time, most of them have my cell phone number. Okay. I'm not sure if that is good or bad, but I give my cell phone number to them.
I know that I'm a domestic violence advocate. I was an advocate in Lansing, and that's one of the things that they tell us to not try, get too caught up with the girls. We can, help them fill out the PPO. We can, make sure that they get to court. We meet them there, but we don't loan them money. We don't, we don't drive them in our car. We don't get so personal that you get caught up in it. But as far as talking to them and loving on them, and listening to them, because at some point in time when people are at that point in their life, they just don't have anybody that listens to them because somebody told you shouldn't have did this, you shouldn't have did that, and everybody is talking at you. And sometimes you just need somebody to listen to you, somebody to really love you, to hear what you say, to say, hey, I care about you, and I'm rooting for you, and I'm hoping that everything, will go well for you. So it is sometimes, somewhat difficult, but you're doing, helping them once you get that nurse out there to them, once you get that social worker out there to them. And I pray, God, that those young ladies know what a benefit this program is to them. And I'm hoping, because word of mouth, that's why I do what I do. That's why I bring people in, because the people who may see this, may have never heard of you.
Right.
But, thank God that we have this avenue that you'll be able to, you'll have a package. You can send it out to somebody. My audience may not be your audience. You never know who or how we're going to reach people, with this organization. So, your organization, you said it's like about 9 months old?
9 months, yes.
Okay. And is there a particular place? You don't have a place. Everything is done over the internet and referral service. You don't have a brick and mortar place where people come into.
I have a business. I have an office, but they're home visits. So the nurse and the social worker, we meet, because when that score sheet comes out, they sit down together and then they come in with the plan of care.
That's good.
So they determine how they're going to each visit. We're going to do this. We're going to give them referrals. They need a car seat. They need this. Whatever the issue is with them. I mean, sometimes it's not even something that scores that we just see.
Okay.
They'll help them.
Right. Now, your again, I want to go back to your social workers, because I know in your registered nurses, you said that you're in need of them. But is there a pool, a particular place where you could go and get social workers or registered nurses, or are they all word of mouth? Do they just come to you, or can you go to the social FIA office, or are you affiliated with them in any way?
I am affiliated with some DHS offices, but I'm only affiliated with them as far as they refer clients to me.
Okay.
I put out an ad. I've been putting ads out on Monster.com and Michigan Pure Talent, Michigan Talent Bank.
Okay.
So we have ads there, and in order to be a social worker for generation to generation, or a registered nurse, you have to have a degree, your master's or bachelor's in the field. So I have a lot of people that are interested, but
they don't meet the
with
criteria.
The state, right?
Okay.
Because you have to. And sometimes if you don't have the master's or the bachelor's, they have a waiver, but they do have to have experience in the field with working with children or mothers for them to accept that as criteria.
So what about that young lady that's out there that she maybe she's getting FIA, or maybe she's not getting any help? How does she get to you?
If anybody does not have Medicaid, I can help them get Medicaid. We have a link that we can help them, walk them through it.
Okay.
Anybody that is interested in a program can call me at 248-845-4396.
Okay.
And I will be glad to help. I mean, even if you don't have Medicaid, if you don't qualify, it's not about the money to me. It's about me helping the women. So I will help you regardless to whatever is going on.
All right. So now, you were a young mother. You said you got pregnant. You dropped out of school, but you went back to school. And you have this passion where you're helping a young lady. So I want you to look over in the camera, and I want you to talk to some young girl that's out there right now that may be pregnant, that may not know which way to turn, to, just to give them some hope and let them know, about how to move forward, to keep marching forward and never, giving up, because, having a baby is a blessing, and, just speak from your heart to some young woman that's out there, because you see them every day, so talk to somebody.
I would like to let all women know that we as women are a unit, and that we are strong if we come together. I would also like to know, if you are going through something, if you don't have support, Generation to Generation will help you get through whatever it is you're going through. You're never alone. A lot of people may think they're alone or think they don't have anybody, but there's a lot of help out there for you. Even if you don't call Generation to Generation, there are a lot of maternal infant programs there to help you. If you just Google maternal infant, they'll all come up. And we cover Wayne County, Oakland County, Macomb County, so we don't turn anyone away. If there's anything you need, we'll be there for you. We will walk with you, hold your hand. I pray for every night for my women by name, for my moms in my program by name. I have a list that I go to bed with. Some may not need items, some might just need support. If that is something, we're there for you. Whatever it is you're going through, we will be there for you. So if you do need to call us just to talk, to find out information, anything, you can call us at 248-845-4396. I am the person that will answer your call, so I can direct you to wherever you need to go. Even if you just have questions as items or referrals and you don't feel we can help you, I can help you. I am just there for you no matter what.
Okay, and tell them your name again.
My name is Janetta. A lot of people on Facebook, my nickname growing up was China, so everybody calls me Miss China. But my name is Janetta Riley, and I am the director of Generation to Generation.
Well, Miss Janetta Riley, Miss China, I truly appreciate you coming here. When the first time I met you, I said that I would, get you back and get you on the show. So I think everything happens for a reason, and for such a time as this. And I saw your emblem on your website, and it is with the heart with the footprints. And I thought about my daughter, and what she went through in losing a child, and I know that she did everything. She had her visits. She went to the doctor, so some things happen, things just happen, bad things happen to good people, good things happen to bad people, so I'm here for you.
Thank you.
My organization, Women in Power, Crossing Paths, as we are launching to get our 501c3, I definitely would like to partner with you. And I owe you some diapers, so I'm going to get them to you because I told you that I was going to get you some diapers a while ago, but I've been with my mom. Things have been going on.
I understand.
I
saw that. So
Right. So I definitely will be getting those diapers to you. I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule. I think that there are other organizations that are out there. Maybe your organization does help for the homeless, or maybe your organization does domestic violence. Maybe your organization does something for children or young people. This is a good place to partner to help get the women who may be pregnant,
right,
may not be pregnant right now, but that's just some information that can get into their hands to prevent pregnancy if it's not, if they're not ready to be pregnant. But I think that your organization could really be a blessing to partner with other people. We have to look at things, and we have to realize that everything is not a competition. It is about a partnership.
Yes.
And it is time for us in this great city of Detroit to partner with one another, because we can do so much more if we locked arms and work together to make a difference. Because again, we talked about a team. There are no big I's, no little U's in team. It is about us. We come together and we can make a difference. You're doing a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Do not get weary in well doing. Continue to do what you're doing, because just like the auditors told you, those little 5 ticks, I know those ticks will be corrected the next time, and they're going to be trying to put people into your program. You're going to expand, your generation to generation. Now you may be generation 20 generation in a minute, because I see that's a great, you have a great concept, and so you're doing great things. And so again, I thank you. I applaud you. Continue to love on the people that need love, because we all need love today. So thank you. I want to thank my public for tuning in to the Barbara Jean Franklin Show. I thank you for continuing to watch this show each and every week. I will continue to reach out to people to try and find great people and bring them to you. Information that you may not hear on 247, you will get it on the Barbara Jean Franklin Show. Real talk, real people. I'm going to end my show like I always do, from my beating heart to your beating heart. I love you. You understand.